Hey, it's Magnus here, and today I have about 12 titanium spinners. Now, if you've been following my channel for a while, you will know that I make titanium spinner prototypes. I'm designing sort of one or two ones that will go into production. These are the prototypes that I've been making on my channel over the last few weeks. It's not all of them. There's a few more not included here. But what I want to cover is, here's the thing. I am developing this one here. This is the one I started out with like a month ago. I started sort of showing you this one here. Here's the two styles of it. It's like a simple bar spinner. And I will be producing one it looks more like this. You know, I've done the 3D drawing of it and all that, and I will be machining it and most likely offering it as a Kickstarter project very soon. However, because my YouTube channel has been going ballistic over the last few weeks, I've gone from 1,000 subscribers to 8,500, like when I checked it before I left the house. Just, insane, and it's unbelievable. And I keep getting requests for, stop showing us these, making these prototypes. Just sell us a damn spinner. Or comments along that line. I'm getting that all the time. So here's what I've done. I have just ordered material to make a run of spinners. Like, it's going to be a few weeks till it's here, but at least I can machine something and have something ready for sale, in a few weeks' time, hopefully. So what I want to know is, ignoring this here, like we're going to ignore that, like this bar spinner, because this is like the ultimate spinner. This is the one I've been, working on for a long time, making it like the ultimate sort of fidget spinner, because it's, everything's just a kind of right shape and placement and things like that. But people seem to be really interested in like tri-spinners, like this kind of design here, like the three-arm kind of design. And because of that, I've been making a bunch of those, and there's been a couple of them, or two or three of them, where people have been like, just sell me that, like I will pay anything, and just, fantastic comments, fantastic emails, just, good stuff. And I'm like, right, okay, let's just make a run of those, because before I started, I'm thinking I should have like thought more about this video before I started it. If we sort of rewind the clock a few weeks, before I started, I was just making these spinners for fun. So I did, like, one of the first ones I did was, it was one of these, it was this one here. Like, just a big, ugly, honking spinner. That one is titanium, but, oh, by the way, I've only got two cores. I've got this core, this brass core in there, and I've got one in here. That's all I have. So all the other spinners, I've just been transferring the brass core in the middle. So that's why it doesn't have any core in the middle. Anyway, so I made this one, and well, I think it's ugly. It's hugely impractical. That won't be made. Then I made this one. It's a similar design, but a bit more squarey, and I put some beveling on it. Again, not very practical, functional to flick. Like, that's like the main thing for me. It's got to flick good. Looking good is a distant second. The number one thing is you can fidget, because it's a fidget spinner. There's, if it's not just unbelievably good in the hand, there's no point doing it. That's the way I approach spinners. That's the way I approach all my products. Whether it's titanium mechanical pencils, pen, tweezers, carabiners, pocket clips, just anything. It's got to be like completely functional. And then you can sort of start working with, aesthetics after that. I kept making these sort of prototypes, and I end up with sort of this one here. And the funny thing with this one is, this was the game changer. This one like functioned so well. And I think after that one, I think after that one, I can't remember the chronology of the videos. There was this one, or one like this one anyway. This one's polished though, so I wouldn't be offering it in polished. This one had such a fantastic feel to it, a nice weight, all that kind of stuff. So I think it was this one, as well as this one, and also this one, and finally this one here. It was really these four where, like, I knew from my testing, or should I say I know from my testing, that like they're hugely functional. Like when I make a prototype and I leave the workshop, after making the video for you, I literally play with it for the next sort of 24, 48 hours before I sort of make the next one. And all these four, really, really sort of fidgetable. That's what I call it. Fidgetability. Got great fidgetability, if that's a word. It's a word now. And so what I'm asking basically is, or what my thoughts. Oh wait, there's one more. This one worked really, really well, and it looked good as well. That was another one. So in this video, I'm not going to offer this one or this one, the two big ugly beasts. They're not happening. This quad arm, this 4-arm quad spinner, that's not happening because, it's just nowhere near as good as the other ones. The sort of bar, the sort of 2-arm, the bi-spinner, the 2-arm spinners here, that's a separate project I'm working on. That will be launched on Kickstarter, I think, soon, but I kind of want to get something into your hands, literally into your hands. And so what I'll do is I'll show the potential ones, and then give them a number, and you can just let me know like which one you prefer, like your top one, or your top, or you can, tell you what, put them in order. Like I'll show you, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. What I'll do is I'll number them from 1 to 4, and you can put in the comments, whether you like 1, whether you like 4, 2, or if you like 3 and 4, whatever. I just want to get a guide. Like I've got my personal preference, but it might not be yours. And the other thing is, this isn't the final design. Like they're going to be CNC machined, they're going to have beveling, contouring, like there's not going to have a brass core, it'll have a titanium core, titanium buttons, fully titanium. And yeah, so it'll be quite a little bit different of what you see here, but it'll be the idea anyway. So I'll do it in order of what I think I made them on the YouTube channel. So this is number 1. If you like this one, then that's number 1. This is number 2. Now this one isn't really having justice done to it because the core isn't in and it just looks weird. So if go back and have a look at the video, you'll see it in the thumbnail for the video. You'll see this one. Like to my mind, this is probably the best looking one, but that's my personal preference, and it spins damn good as well. It's a nice light little thing. So in fact, like if I've got a preference for making one of these, like this would be it. But no bias for number 2. It's up to you. This is number 3. This is the one that was probably the most popular on the, at the point I made it, before I made any others after it. So, again, looks a bit weird without a core in the middle, but, have a look at the thumbnails of my previous videos and you'll get the idea for that one. This last one it's a funny one. Like it looks really sharp, it looks really spiky, and uncomfortable. And a lot of people in the comments have said, oh, that'll stab you and all that stuff. It doesn't, trust me, promise. I've tested it to death, I've carried it with me for days on end. It doesn't, it just spins really well. Now a couple more things. I'm open to other options. Those are just the 4. Like if you're saying like, oh hey look, I really want this one, which is kind of like a chunky version of one of the other ones. Like this is like sort of an older thing. I am open to that one as well. So the best thing to do perhaps is send a link in the comments to the video of the one you like, that kind of thing. I'll be honest, like I'm really struggling with comments now. There's just so much views and comments every day. It's not just a video I post that gets comments, it's every video I posted before pretty much that gets comments. So I'm getting like literally hundreds of comments a day, and it's literally impossible to keep up with, but I do try to sort of just see them as they come in. The other thing very quickly is, just because I make one of these doesn't mean I won't be making the others. It's just like I've got a bottleneck in in terms of machining capacity right now. Like I'm producing something like 1,000 titanium mechanical pencils and pens for a Kickstarter project. I'm doing some like titanium pill pot things. My machinist who I work with is doing 1,000 vegetable peelers, titanium vegetable peelers. Like we're just like flat out. So that's why we're trying to like sort of squeeze this in as best we can. But you know, otherwise, like I want to produce, you know, all of them. Well, the ones that are good and have that fidgetability and feel good and look good. So, you know, like this is just the sort of start of it, really. Right, we'll do a quick run through again of the spinners, just so we're both clear on this. And with that, I will leave you with a quote. It is by Howard Newton, and he said, "People forget how fast you did a job, but they remember how well you did it."